Hey guys, so I'm getting ready and excited to plant a bunch of things in the fall, including those Highbush blueberries that I showed you guys last week. I couldn't help myself, and so I went online to Landscape Alaska, ordered just a few more things. I got 2 lilac bushes and 3 spirea. So let's check them out. I'm gonna unbox them and show you guys. Okay, so this is number 1. This is one of the spireas. Let me see, 2 and 3. Loving the leaves and the structure. So this is the Glow Girl from Proven Winners, birch leaf spirea. Look at those white blooms. It says it blooms in the spring. I think it's 3 to 4 feet tall. 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. Sun or part shade, adaptable to most soil types. Oh my God, it's gonna be so pretty. Okay, so this will be really good on like the first tier, and I can always do a tier of lower, low bush things in front of that, but that'll be a good medium height. And then I've got 2 of the lilac bushes. So I really wanted like a deep purple lilac bush. This is the Agincourt, I think is how you pronounce it, A-G-I-N, Court Beauty. It's like a deep, deep purple. I looked it up online. David from Landscape Alaska said that it does really well here. It's a beautiful dark purple and it has a really good fragrant smell to it, which I'm excited about. So I got 2 of those. Look at how pretty they are. Okay, these leaves too. I'm so excited. So I was thinking with the trees, I'll do the lilac bushes, 2 of them, somewhere scattered throughout, do the spireas kind of like moving in front of them, and then I could do a lower ground cover in front of the spirea. Okay guys, so I tried to kind of lay out what I think I want to do. I've got the Highbush blueberries, I've got the Glow Girl Spirea, and the 2 lilac bushes. So I got most of them laid out over here except for the second lilac bush I might put over by the chicken coop, and I'll show you guys that. So I'm trying to think about tiers. So the lilac bush says it grows 10 to 12 feet tall, 8 to 10 foot spread. The spirea were 3 to 4 feet wide and tall. And then the Highbush blueberries were 3 to 4 feet and 4 to 5 feet. So I tried to space them all out what I think they needed. And I put the lilac bush over here in the far corner. Please ignore this giant pile of mulch that I have been trying to go through, but clearly haven't made much of a dent. So I put the lilac bush right there. I think that'll be kind of nice to kind of fill in that little gap as it matures. And then I've got the 3 spirea, 1, 2, 3 right here. Kind of just in a nice little triangle kind of shape over here. And then I've got the 3 Highbush blueberries, and I wanted to put them over here because up above them, it's hung up right now, but I'm gonna get more of a support for that. It was just like completely growing sideways because it wasn't getting any light. I'm hoping that it'll retrain itself to grow up and get a little bit more stability. But that is a huckleberry, which I absolutely love to pick, love to eat, love to do things with. So I thought it'd be nice to have the red huckleberries next to the Highbush blueberries. And the Highbush blueberries look so pretty as they're starting to turn colors. Look at their leaves have kind of a red and yellow and green. So there is quite a bit of rock and roots from these trees, so I'm not quite sure how difficult or easy it will be to shovel these and get them in their spots. So I might have to be a little flexible on moving them around, but I just want to try to put them in and see how it goes. So let's see. Okay, so I got the hole dug. I wanted to give it some fertilizer. So this is the Espoma Organic Berry Tone for fruit and berry food. So it says for blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. And then I'm just gonna follow the directions basically. So it says for new plantings, 1 cup of berry tone into the amended soil. So I'm just gonna toss some in there, put the plant in, and hopefully it'll grow really well. Take a look. Oh my god, look at this. My hands are trashed, but look at how pretty it is. Oh, the colors of these leaves, they're gorgeous. That one was the biggest pain in the butt to put in. I dug up some rocks, the fabric, I ran into a few roots, so I kind of had to plant around it. I had to move it a little bit, but look at the color on these three. Loving it. Let's walk out here. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Nuka, what do you think? Okay, I'm going to work on putting in the 3 Spirea here next. Okay, so as you can see, we've got all 3 of the Spireas in. They look really good. I could tell that they were really ready to be put into the soil. I'm hoping that since I'm planting them now at the end of September, they'll have plenty of time to kind of root in, settle in before it gets too cold. And then I probably will take some of this excess mulch that we've got here and just mulch a couple inches away from each of these and kind of like insulate around them so that they have a chance to kind of survive this winter. But so far, I'm really loving it. All I have left over here is this lilac. And then the other lilac I was thinking about putting way over here by the chickens and the ducks, kind of in that corner. I think it'll be like really nice over there. Okay, so I have the lilac bush in right here. That soil was awesome, really easy to maneuver through, didn't even really run into anything. And the soil looks great. Look at them. They're so pretty. These lilac leaves are just gorgeous. Look at my hands. Oh my god. But like, I think this is gonna be really pretty once it's full grown. Plus it'll just really grow up big, kind of in front of these trees here, give us lots of, you know, beautiful, fragrant purple color next to the huckleberries. That white Spirea will look really nice against this dark purple. Love it. Okay, so I got most of those plants in, and then I got distracted because in our small town, Sika, we have this thing where people have like a Facebook group and they post things that they have for sale or for free. And a local guy posted that he had a whole bunch of free dirt. And of course I couldn't help myself. So I went and grabbed just a quick, you know, pickup load full of it, shoveled it in there. Figured I'd keep that in the backyard just for, you know, filling more garden beds potentially next spring. Who knows? It's always good to have extra dirt. Also, I changed my mind about the last lilac bush. So I was thinking about it, and my husband and I had been talking about wanting to fence in part of our backyard so that our dog could, like, you know, come and go and hang out in the backyard on nice sunny days in the summertime. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, I can't do anything without them talking. Anyway, we were gonna build a fence here at some point and kind of fence in the back portion of our yard so our dog can come and go. And so I was thinking if I put the lilac bush here, then I'm probably gonna have to potentially move it to put a fence in. And I was like, Emma, don't get yourself in that situation. So I was thinking, pick it up and let's see if we can find a better spot over here. Only thing I'm worried about is not having like quite enough space for it to grow, but I'll deal with that at a later date. I can always move the other plants. So I made this little garden bed by the chicken run, and I've been waiting to get some kind of tree or shrub or something to put in the corner. What do we think? I think it could work. And I might have to eventually move the fence or move the plants or pull out the rock wall a little bit more. Not bad, I kind of love it. I think I'm gonna put it in. So I've got some heuchera in here. I cannot remember from the life of me what that's called. I'll look it up. And these are some alliums. That is a columbine. That's the hydrangea that had the really pretty one. The brunera is over here. And then this looks just like a whole bunch of sticks right now. But I have this massive, massive bleeding heart plant. And so I cut part of it out and transplanted it. And look, it's growing new leaves. So I think it's actually going to be really gorgeous. And the reason that this part isn't mulch is because it was like sinking, and so it was just like gathering water, and so I gravelled it in, and now I can mulch it. Maybe I'll actually do that today. I'll take some of that mulch, fill in this garden bed. And then I also need to fill in over here where it's all washed out from how much rain we've been getting recently. The other weekend we got like 3.5 inches of rain in like a day. Oh, okay, I actually think it's perfect there. I love it. What do you guys think, ladies? Yeah, it's perfect. While we're over here, these are the ducks. And these are the ladies. There's the other two little ducks. These are mallards and these are Rouen ducks. These were born in July. These ones were born in, I think, March. So they're a little bit older, different breed, and they're big. I just thought while we were over here we could check to see if there was any eggs. Nope. Oh my gosh. Thanks, ladies. Oh, you have one more in the corner. Okay, move out of the way. Look at this. 4 of them. A little messy, but pretty nonetheless. Okay, so now that we have all the plants in, I was thinking I would come back and just quick mulch around all these plants right here since we have an excess amount of mulch. But as I was coming over here, I walked past the garden beds and I realized my carrots are way overdue for being thinned. So let's quick thin those and then finish the mulching. Guys, want some snackies? Carrot tops. They love them. Okay. So last year I did grow kohlrabi and I actually had 2 or 3 that were a good size, but like, what is happening with this kohlrabi? And the rest I think I just need to pull out because they are just not really turning into what they need to be. But I have a little guy down here who's turning into one. And this one, maybe I'll thin these out too while we're here. Oh, sorry, bird. Didn't mean to throw that. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna stand there. Oh yeah. That'll be delicious, right, ladies? Okay, so we got the carrots thinned, and then I went through and cleaned out the kohlrabi. Some of them have gone to flower. And then I walked by and I realized, gosh, my snap peas look really bad. I think it's finally time to cut these out, also toss them to the chickens and the ducks for a little snack. And then I will finally finish the mulching. These are the clips I use to attach my landscape fabric onto the beds. And I just like do, I don't know, 6 to 8 of them all around the bed. So I'll show you that later once it's weather ready to put the fabric on. But I just got these from the hardware store and they have actually a pretty good amount of strength on them. So yeah, I just use these. Okay, so I don't have everything completely mulched, but I'm going to mulch all the way back to the tree line. And then I think I'm going to do like a swoop. So I'm going to have it go kind of here, come out, and then go all the way out and around to that lilac bush. So it'll be like a nice little curved garden bed. It'll go all the way through, and then eventually I'll push it all the way out and it'll wrap around this tree. Maybe put a bench or something cute, a bunch of plants out there. It'll kind of wrap this whole edge of our property. So I'm loving it so far. I will spare you guys the boredom of watching me just mulch the side of my yard. I'm going to basically put as much time and energy into this today as I can before it starts to rain again, and then I'm going to also deal with that patch of muddy area in the chicken run that has washed out. So that's kind of my plan for the rest of today, and then I'll call it quits for the weekend. I bet that's probably all my back can handle. So thanks for watching, and that's it for today. See you later. What you doing out here outside the fence, lady?